can't see us with the screen on, so let's turn it off. There we go. We're on.
Welcome back to another edition of Big Wil'S Spotlight, everybody. We're going to introduce a couple of people that we brought in for some judges and everything like that. First of all, my co-lead,
I'm the important one, Mr. Man. I understand you're so excited about this. He even wore his shirt.
Yes, we're going to end up. The bad part is we're going to finish up our DC versus Marvel competition.
Yep.
And it's just, it's kind of heartbreaking right now.
Yeah.
So remind me.
So let's bring him on. He was here with us last time we did part one. It's time for part two. Bring on the Peacemaker, John Strack.
Hey.
And we have joining us here, he's a favorite here, by his merch, Mega Man Ed Lindsay. And this is the guy that's kind of been helping guide us, teach us a lot of things that we didn't know because we're not comic book readers. We enjoy the movies. We enjoy kind of the lore. But this guy is a legend in that world. He is the comic collector, Rambo Bryant. All right. So,
yes, welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming back, Ed. You helped me get this started off in the first place, so I love you're here for the finishing up of it.
All right. And for those of you that missed that, the finals came down to the DC side in tournament part one sent Raven, and Marvel sent Doctor Strange, with Raven winning that battle. So whoever wins here faces Raven for the all-time glory.
All-time glory, that's right.
I see you shaking your head over there. You were offered, comic collector. All righty. So if you got any comments about this, we'll be watching the comments as we go through this.
And we will do our best to include them and answer them if it's a question. Yeah.
All right. So last time we started on the DC side. What do you think we started the Marvel?
We can start on the Marvel side of it. We got to kind of get into this. We got a long show here.
All righty. So we'll start off here. Big Will, you get to get the first one here. Luke Cage taking on Captain Marvel.
Is that really okay? This is all random. This is nothing. We did not pick any of these matches. All right. So if your favorite superhero did not make it into this, I'm sorry. If you're interested in what I really have to think about this one, because I'm trying to avoid it, because Luke Cage is a very strong person, but Captain Marvel is like non-stoppable on that one. I'm sorry.
So you're going Captain Marvel?
Captain Marvel.
All right, John, what you think?
I'm going to have to agree with Captain Marvel. I'm just going to keep it short, sweet, to the point on this one.
All right, Ed.
I mean, you got to understand, Captain Marvel is one of the most OP superheroes that has been created as of late. So Luke Cage, skin of steel, still won't be able to handle that cosmic power that she has behind her. Captain Marvel.
All righty. Rambo?
Whether it was the OG Captain Marvel or Carol Danvers, I gotta go with Captain Marvel as well. There is no contest here against poor Luke Cage.
All righty. And the DC side, we'll start with you, John. Wonder Woman against Hawkman.
Is that okay? So is the last time we did this, I had all the hard ones. This one to me is a toss-up. You have to go Wonder Woman.
All right.
Just the whole lore of her. And her abilities, being an Amazon, and just heck, I just love the lasso. So definitely going Wonder Woman.
This is actually a no contest. This is easy as Kate. Wonder Woman takes his hands down. She's Superman without weakness to kryptonite.
And an invisible jet instead of flying.
Well, she can fly too. That's the funny thing about it.
Okay, there we go.
The lasso can get clouds and
yeah. So Rambo?
Wonder Woman. Just that's all that has to be said in this matchup.
All right, I take it you're taking Wonder
Well,
Woman.
this is a no contest. Yes, it would be Wonder Woman.
All right, and then Ed, for you, back to the Marvel side. This is kind of an interesting one: Spider-Man versus Beast.
See, a lot of people with Beast has strength, the mutant abilities, but Spider-Man.
Is a mutant in his own right too.
Yeah, he has the Spidey sense, and depending on what variation of Spider-Man it is, he surpasses just about everybody. So I'm gonna go with Spider-Man.
All right, Rambo.
I'm actually going to take Beast on this one.
Really?
When you are taking pure battle experience, Beast has had combat training at the Institute. He's faced a more varied amount of enemies. He is able to strategize on the combat field much quicker than Peter. He would also know that Peter has a limited supply of web fluid. He would use that to his advantage and basically bob and weave until Pete would have to recharge and prey upon that weakness. Beast isn't just all brawn. His abilities are agility based. His intellect is just the bonus. I'm going with Beast on this.
All right.
All right, what you got? It's 1-1 right now.
1-1. Okay. I would go with Spider-Man. I'm sorry. Unless Beast was able to specifically get Peter Parker to use up all of his web fluid. Once he got stuck, I don't know if he has the strength to break out of the web. So, or at least immediately. So, I just think Spider-Man would end up, because he has the agility too. So it's just, I'm going to go with Spider-Man.
All right, John.
No, this one is a tough one. Listening to everybody talk about it, Beast is it like, as the comic collector was saying, the Beast isn't just all brawn, and you can't underestimate him on that. It's by the slimmest of margins, but you do have the agility. You do have the spider sense. You do have pretty much, yes, he has very limited webbing that he can use. To his agility, I would have to give the slightest edge to Spider-Man, but by the very slightest edge, because you could see the battle go either way.
All righty. So now we come to Rambo here to start this one off, and this one should be fairly easy for you. Two-Face versus Green Arrow on the DC side.
How is this random? Like, for the entirety of DC, we get Two-Face versus Green Arrow. Green Arrow. I mean, what's Harvey going to do?
Flip his coin. I thought we were about to have to find the coin for the last one.
I'm the coin on that one.
Okay. Yeah, I got to go with Green Arrow. It's billionaire playboy who can fight, has his gadget arrows. It's basically Batman versus Two-Face, just different costumes.
All right, John.
I'm gonna have to go with Green Arrow. It's just he has all these different trick arrows that he can use. It'd be very difficult for Two-Face to pretty much outmatch him in that case. So it would have to be Green Arrow.
All right, Ed.
Man, I didn't think I was gonna ever say this, but I'm gonna go with. No, let me quit. I gotta go with the hood.
Go.
Come on, man. He's been trained by the League of Assassins just like the other people. You know, the arrows, his training, hand-to-hand combat, and then he got billions of dollars to just continue to spend to buy more dangerous toys. Oliver Queen all the way.
All right. Well, this one goes to you here, Big Will. Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch.
Getting. I have a feeling I know where this whole contest is going to boil down to, but either way, I like Hawkeye as a character and everything like that, but it's a no contest. I'm sorry, Scarlet Witch is just way too powerful for anything.
All right, John.
Scarlet Witch. As we talked about the last show, it's just her power. Like, if I remember right, she is one of the strongest Marvel characters out there. Or actually, I think she is the strongest one, power wise. So I would have to say it's going to be Scarlet Witch.
All right, Ed.
The woman made her own reality. That's all I need to say. She created her own world. Therefore, I don't care how good you are with an arrow, you're not going to be able to get to somebody who can create their own world.
Yeah, the physics changed, and all of a sudden that arrow doesn't work anymore. Rambo.
I'm not going to disagree. But the interesting thing is, y'all are playing the very basic abilities. Clint's a strategist.
He is.
He would mess with Wanda. He would play up her instability, which he can do. He would wait for that singular second where she's not in control. And he has the knowledge to do it. And I'm trying to think if he has done it. I know. Well, I can't mention that. This is a PG show.
Because I'll point this one out to you to help out a little bit. If you want the original Avengers movie, I'm not going with the comics. I know you're a comic expert. Loki got Hawkeye in the first one, so I don't have a doubt Scarlet Witch.
Wait. Loki got Hawkeye in the first one with an Infinity Stone. That is not the same as his own powers.
Well, he was close enough to touch him with it. That's where I was going with it. It's not like he did it from just magically across the room.
True. But yeah, Scarlet Witch, as far as powers go, that's a hands down.
All right. So John, we'll see if this is one of the hard ones for you that you always complained about. Superman and Swamp Thing.
Superman. I would have to say Superman. He could pretty much obviously fly in, very strong. Unless Swamp Thing has kryptonite laying around somewhere, I just don't think that Swamp Thing could beat Superman.
Never know what's going around in them swamps, man.
That's true. Ed?
See, this is where things become a little interesting. Because everybody looks at Superman's powers, but they forget where his powers come from.
Oh, yeah.
So when you face Swamp Thing, you got to get close to him. And Swamp Thing is going to block out that bright yellow sun, which would diminish the strength of the Man of Steel. And the longer the fight goes on between those two, the more it goes into Swamp Thing's favor. So I'm going to play devil's advocate on this one, and I'm going to go with Swamp Thing.
All right.
Wow.
Rambo.
I'm going to go with Swamp Thing because there's a piece of information here that gets overlooked. Swamp Thing is actually connected to nature itself. in DC called the Green. His physical form, Superman could target. But Swamp Thing, if he doesn't want you to see his physical form, he will become the nature around you. And as we know, Superman is not going to torch an entire planet. He would actually have to get into close quarters combat and try and get the physical manifestation of Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing can be a very vengeful individual and is not above, I don't know, forcing vines and other foliage down someone's throat and trying to suffocate them or control them from the inside out. Alec is not an individual who likes to play with others, and more than once has refused membership into the Justice League because he doesn't trust any of their motives. I'm going with Swamp Thing on this one.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because blocking out the sun doesn't take Superman's power away from him immediately. Would be my only argument on that, the one side. But I mean, it's not below Superman to punch a hole through the ground or through trees or whatever, burn, the lasers and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna go with Superman. I mean, don't really have. I mean, they have some valid points, but
that means I have to break up the tie here, 2-2 tie, and I'm going with Swamp Thing because Swamp Thing, while he is like Rambo said, nature himself, it would be like trying to fight a Super Bowl. He'll grab onto you, and there's nothing there, but he's still holding Superman in place. So I'm going to take that Swamp Thing will eventually, yes, it's the radiation of the yellow sun, not the light of the yellow sun. It's not Nuclear Man and Superman 4 that they even got that wrong. But I'm going to take Swamp Thing from the standpoint of Superman is too lawful good for those of you Dungeons and Dragons geeks to do everything he needs to do to win the fight. So I'm taking Swamp Thing to break the tie.
boom,
Now,
eliminate.
If we had Injustice Superman, I got that Superman all day against everybody.
Yes. Yes, I agree with that statement there. So now we're flipping back to the other side. This is going to be kind of an interesting one. And Ed, you get to start this one. Wolverine and the Ghost Rider.
Wow.
Where's Brick when you need him?
Wolverine versus Ghost Rider. God, that's a tough one because everyone knows Wolverine has done a lot of wrong, which would give Ghost Rider that surge to condemn him. But the question is, how long can Ghost Rider survive fighting Wolverine before he gets him down? Because we know Wolverine can keep regenerating, just not as fast. But if he gets them claws on him, he can tear Ghost Rider to shreds. So I'm going to go with Ghost Rider.
All right, Rambo.
I'm following up with Mega Man here, and to answer his question, Ghost Rider in his ghost form, Wolverine wouldn't be able to hardly do anything to him because he is no longer a corporeal being as we are. And as far as the penance there, yes, Wolverine can regenerate. It won't matter. We've seen time and time again Wolverine be stuck in his own head. Ghost Rider can just snap him, and he could be stuck for eternity on his own sins. Ghost Rider is a entity that is a lot of times underrated, and he is one bad SOB.
All righty. What do you got?
I don't really understand Ghost Rider's power of what he would put into people's heads and everything like that. But if Wolverine knows that he did bad, is it going to hurt him? Does it project what happened to the other person's family, to make him feel bad? I don't know. But short of any of that, I'm going to go with the fact that Ghost Rider does have the ghost form and everything like that. Can pretty much get Logan tied up and not be able to use his claws, whether he just left him there just in the dirt, instead of just killing him. I mean, I think it would be Ghost Rider for some reason. Yeah.
All right. And John?
I'm going to have to agree. It's they've said everything that needs to be said. It's just, how can you technically kill a man that is really not human anymore? So I just don't see how it would be a fair battle to Wolverine. So I would have to go towards Ghost Rider.
All righty. And Rambo, you get to start 2 for 2 with some oddball ones here.
Wolverine's gone too.
Joker and Nightwing. Joker and Nightwing.
I don't know how this matchup came up, by the way.
It's called a randomizer.
Absolutely random.
I'll have some kind of luck. I'm taking Nightwing on this one because out of the 4 Robins that Batman trained, Dick Grayson was the most complete and polished of not only the fighters, but of the strategists. Somebody's going to bring up that Joker successfully killed Jason Todd, and that was true. Much younger individual. Dick Grayson has the skills, both mentally and physically, that when Batman was presumed dead, took up the mantle, joined as a member of the Justice League. I'm taking Nightwing on this one.
All right.
It's me. Basically, all you gotta do is think of Nightwing as younger Batman. I mean, he's got the same skill set. I mean, if you go into it and everything like that, Batman beat Ra's al Ghul, just didn't take up the mantle as the League of Assassins leader, and so he trained Robin, Dick Grayson, to end up becoming just exactly him, if not almost better. I mean,
right.
At least Nightwing had a sword.
All right. John?
I'm gonna have to agree. I'm like, yes, okay. I keep hearing like squeakies, and like it really is throwing my ADD off. But I would have to honestly agree. It's like, yes, the Joker has all these like things that he can do, but really, let's think of it. Who's really the mastermind when it comes to the Joker? Is it Joker, or is Harley Quinn really the one that brings all these ideas to the Joker, and the Joker just puts it out there? So I think if Joker needs Harley to help accomplish things, especially when it comes into fights. So I would have to say Nightwing on this one. I just think I just believe that's what I believe is just Nightwing could do it on his own now rather than have that's why he went from being Robin to Nightwing. So
all right. And Ed, really quick before we go to you, Joker was around 50 years before Harley Quinn. Ed.
So Throughout time and history, Joker has been Batman's greatest nemesis, adversary, and no matter what Batman could do, he couldn't truly defeat the Joker. Nightwing still has not made it to the level of Batman at the time of him being Nightwing. I don't think that he could actually beat the Joker head up because the Joker has too many tricks and toys up his sleeve. So I will go with the Joker.
All right. You get another interesting one here to start us off with. Gambit and Blade.
Oh my goodness.
Salted. I didn't get this one to start off with.
Nope.
Nope.
They're gonna be able to finish this one up though. Wow. Problem is that most people who are gonna end up watching and thinking that they know Gambit don't know Gambit. I mean, Blade was pretty much up front. He's half vampire, daywalker, can fight with a sword. And it takes him a while to regenerate, but he still regenerates. Gambit, he didn't just have the card tricks. He had the staff. He was a great fighter also. I'm actually going to take Gambit.
All right. John?
Sorry, I had a phone call real quick. Who are we talking about again? I know we got Gambit.
Blade.
Ooh. Rambo, do you want to quickly jump in on this one? I'll let you could jump the line.
So to add to what Will was saying, Gambit isn't just the one trick pony that everyone sees. Yeah, the card trick. Gambit's powers are actually kinetic. He can charge anything. He could actually grab something on Blade, his weapons, and they'll explode on him. The staff is used more as leverage because Gambit is a trained thief and killer. Reason he and Wolverine fight all the time is because it's basically a contest between two killers who are great at what they do in their own right. We, even in comic collecting, disagree at the upper limits of Gambit's powers because there has been a version that actually scorched the earth because he had that much power. Blade has a very small window of opportunity that if he doesn't just try and straight up kill Gambit at the beginning, Gambit could grab a brick and start having a field day with shrapnel. I'm going Gambit.
All right. So do you need more time to think on that one, John, or we go to Ed, or you got it?
So for me, it was like I didn't need time to think about it. Like Gambit is one of my favorite characters in comics. Like I have an artist proof page of him throwing his kinetic cards, and then also when he was when he proposed to Rogue. So I like it, if I didn't just move, I would find him and would have brought him out for this. But I would go with Gambit. That's just me being biased.
Right.
Granted, I love Blade too,
Blade's
so
not
it is a good one.
Ed?
The funny thing is with this scenario, like everyone speaks of, because Gambit is a very talented individual, very, very talented with his fighting skills, with his ability to move, just in general. Where he's in fights where people think that he would be at a disadvantage, facing people like Magneto. But the thing is, because he can make anything kinetic, and that's the thing, he could touch anything and make it explode. That's where his ability came in better than others because everything is considered a weapon, including my barbecue sauce packet. So I'm going to go with Remy because he would touch Blade's sword and make it explode in Blade's hand.
All righty. And John, you're going to get this one. This one's kind of interesting for you. For the DC side, Black Canary and Constantine.
Probably thinking, who's Constantine, aren't you?
Okay, I know Constantine based off of watching Keanu Reeves play him in the movies.
That's close enough.
It's basically that character, yes.
So that is a tough one. Let's see, Black Canary, pretty much high pitched sound. I don't know. I just based off of everything I know about Constantine, I don't think it's as close as I'm making it out to be. I would actually probably say it would be Constantine in a heartbeat. It's can't like really, yes, Black Canary, she's good at combat, but and she has that high pitched squeal, but can she honestly match up to Constantine? I just don't think that is possible.
All right, Ed.
All right. The difference is Canary has forever held back the power of her voice. She could melt your brain inside your head with that high pitched squeal that you call it. So from a distance, Canary can probably just about go head to head with anybody. So I'm going to give the advantage because she is a strategist. She has great combat training. She will think well to make sure that the devil's favorite the devil's favorite demon doesn't get to cast a spell. So I'm going to go with Canary.
All right, Rambo, 1-1.
I'm glad that Ed mentioned about the Canary Cry being able to do that because, yeah, even in comic bookdom, people don't give Black Canary her due. But John Constantine is magical Batman, except he's far more selfish. He's like if you took Tony's personality, took away the money, and put it in Batman's body, you got John Constantine. Because there's a lot of things on John, like Batman has his little gadgets. John carries a lot of wards and things on him that if he can't cast, they're reactive. Now, what he carries on him varies. So he would probably have something to get away and something to come back and deal with her. Or he may just throw something, launch, a demon gets summoned and he just lights a cigarette and goes, "Darling, I'm going for a drink," and just walks away. I'm going with magical Batman on this one.
All right. What do you got?
Wow. I was just going to point out, basically, he did bring up the wards. I highly doubt that he would have a ward that would keep him from, like the magic headphones to when you go shooting to deaden the silence, So I was going to go with Black Canary. I mean, just immediate, bap, it's over.
I have to break this tie, and I don't know much about either of them. So we'll go heads with Black Canary and tails for Constantine. And Constantine gets the win by coin flip.
That sounds like John, actually. It's like,
It should have been a quick like.
I am kind of sad that we didn't go to a coin flip for Two-Face, so we could have used the coin flip. And it would have been perfect.
I would have. Yeah, if it wouldn't have been Green Arrow. But all right, Ed, you get this one, and this is probably the one that everybody will love to talk about forever. The Punisher and Deadpool.
Are we serious?
Yes.
Yes, we're live.
Punisher has a lot of anger built up in him. He has a lot of great toys.
But does he have enough ammo?
No, he does not have enough ammo because the dude can regenerate himself from a toe. So we know that Deadpool, the merc with a mouth, who can grab you with a grenade, blow both of y'all up, and come back to life. Because there's enough of him alive that he will regenerate himself. So we got to go with Deadpool.
All right, Rambo.
Deadpool, go.
Too busy laughing. I mean, you want to have an argument, you can pretty much say Deadpool is the Punisher, but he can regenerate.
Okay.
So, I mean,
So he's a punishing Wolverine.
it's Deadpool.
He's a punishing Wolverine.
Punisher Wolverine. There you go.
Honestly, the only way, really, like, if the Punisher were to put Deadpool into, say, cement, that'd probably be the biggest, like, a big difference. But yeah, no, Punisher will sit there and shoot him to just being lips, and then all you'll get is just Wade Wilson just sitting there talking pretty much the Punisher's head off with just being a set of lips. So,
All righty. That was easy. All right. So, Rambo, you get another one. I don't know what your thoughts on this, but we'll see. You get to start off with Black Lightning and Jonah Hex.
Constantine.
So we get a super powered, kick-ass, lightning-based powered character versus a cowboy. Black Lightning.
All
His
right.
powers are literally, it is electricity. Jonah Hex has no special powers. He's got a great eye with his revolver, but that's the extent of who Jonah Hex's ability. Black Lightning, unfortunately, is again one of those characters that gets passed over for other popular characters, and it's a shame. Bullets don't affect him first and foremost. Look at Ed, he's like, I know my boy. It's Black Lightning for me all the way.
All right. Big Will.
I always thought Jonah Hex was along the lines of people like Constantine and Ghost Rider. He went down to hell and has been brought back, and that's what his superpowers were. He was, well, not really an undead, but demon kind of thing. But either way, I'm not as interested in that comic as much as
Black Lightning won't get French fried again.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Black Lightning on it anyway.
All right. John?
I'm gonna have to agree with them. It's you have the guy with the good eye. Does he now? I'm not a huge. I don't have huge knowledge on Jonah Hex. All I know is he uses a revolver. I don't know him using anything else other than a revolver. Black Lightning, all he has to do is he can zap you with a lightning bolt out of his finger from like way past the distance for a revolver. So I'm gonna go with that.
Ed?
This is not even a competition in this scenario. I'm a huge fan of Black Lightning, so caught a lot of stuff, even with the TV series and everything. You know, when you got heroes like the Flash and everybody, that when a crisis on Infinite Earths happens, you have to go get the one man that nobody knows anything about, Black Lightning, to come be a power source to save the world. Black Lightning is a person that can drain the electrical grid of an entire city and still control all that power. Black Lightning would destroy Jonah Hex.
Alrighty. So this is an interesting one you get to start with. Captain America and the Phoenix.
Will, give your answer and pass it on. This is 30 seconds, the whole match.
Captain America is pretty much my favorite superhero.
Was.
Phoenix is too powerful for anything. She is the strongest mutant in the entire world in X-Men. I'm sorry. There's not really a contest there.
All right.
I mean, vibranium can only do so much.
Yeah. John?
All I can say is poof. Bye-bye, Captain America.
Ed?
Phoenix won 3 years ago. Oh no, that's all I need to say. Phoenix won.
All right. Rambo?
You could do it all day.
The only one who can is Scott. Phoenix.
He couldn't do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he couldn't even.
Cyclops can, yeah.
Yeah. I keep picturing in my head Phoenix grabbing his shield, just slapping the crap out of him.
Oh, she wouldn't even do that. Jean, as a Phoenix, has a very mean streak sense of humor. She would turn him into vibranium as a statue and just leave him as a testament. Don't screw with me.
All
Oh,
right.
poof. She could just make him disappear. There's nothing.
As Phoenix, she's no longer a mutant. She's a cosmic entity.
Yeah. So John, you get this one, and I think this one's a pretty interesting dichotomy here. You get Bane and Adam.
Ooh.
Not like Adam and Eve, like Adam, like the molecule. I was helping.
Ooh, that Bane. All you have to really do is just take out the tubes, so he doesn't get he doesn't have the ability to power up. Adam, I would have to go Adam. I just think Bane's biggest weakness is the fact that if you're able to take out that power of that he can get based off of those tubes, if you could just take off those tubes, you get the advantage. But if Bane were to get a hold of you, good luck. Heck, the man breaks Batman's back. So it's a tough one. I would have to go Adam, but also just to know, Bane's also not an idiot. So it's a toss up. It can go either way.
All right, but you said you went with Adam?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Adam, but like I said, it's a toss up.
Ed?
There's no toss up. You can't hit what you can't see. You can't. Bane won't see Adam. He won't see him coming. He won't see him disconnect the tubes. He won't see nothing until it's too late. We got to go with Adam.
All right, Rambo?
He's still wondering why this is a matchup, I'm sure.
I mean, y'all are thinking like so literal. My first thought is Adam would put himself in Bane's brain, give him an aneurysm, drop him dead, get out and dust off, and be like, next, Adam.
All right. All right. So, Ed, here's an interesting one for you: Iron Fist and Kitty Pryde.
Who?
Shadowcat.
Yeah, Shadowcat.
It's not fair. And 98% of me want to say that I should go with Iron Fist. But it's that 2% of me that knows that Kitty Pryde will run right through him and grab his heart and come out with it. And down goes your Iron Fist. So I have to go with Kitty Pryde.
All right, Rambo.
I'm gonna say something that's gonna possibly sway the judging if Will or Peacemaker doesn't know. Kitty was actually trained by Wolverine in combat because of the nature of her powers. She is one of the few people he wouldn't want to make an enemy out of because of what he taught her. I'm going Kitty Pryde because she will literally reach into you, take your heart in her hands, and let you see it just before you drop.
Yeah.
All that after Wolverine's already been eliminated from this contest. So, oh God. I mean, you can't really hurt what you can't hit. And she just he's not fast enough to hit her. I mean, it's gotta end up being Kitty. I mean, it unfortunately. I can't really say unfortunately. That's not the right words. It's just it would be her. Yeah.
All right.
No, man, you can't get Kitty.
Man wants a vote.
Again, like Adam against her next one. You can't hit what you can't hit.
Yep. John.
I'm not going to sit here and make any more comments, Kitty.
All right. And then Rambo, you get to finish out the first round with Kilowog and Dr. Fate.
Have y'all let me start with
Next.
that competition? So we're taking one of the Green Lanterns versus the Guardian of Order in the universe. Are we even going to have a discussion on this one? Should I even go into a synopsis on here?
Well, it's about the people who don't know who they are.
All right. So Kilowog is simply just one of the Green Lantern Corps. His powers are based solely upon his imagination and his willpower during battle. If you take the ring away or able to destroy it, he is just a mortal being. He has been defeated countless times by much less powerful enemies than Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate, however, is one of the balancing entities of the DC universe. He is not a superhero so much as he is there to keep order in the universe. He doesn't get out of bed for anything less than a cosmic event. It's Dr. Fate all the way.
All righty.
It's pretty much an easy one. I mean, you pretty much boil everything down the way it should be. Dr. Fate is gonna destroy Kilowog because he's more or less. I mean, limited blunt weapons.
All right. Peacemaker. What you got, John?
We're still on the topic. I thought Rambo had this one.
Yeah, but still got to go around. You can just say Kilowog or Kilowog loses and move on.
Bye, Kilowog.
Okay, and Ed.
No, everyone has written Kilowog off because Dr. Fate is so powerful. But we have to look at the internal conflict that is always going on inside of that helmet between Dr. Fate itself and the host body that inhabits that helmet. And sometimes during the time of that internal conflict, there has been times that people have struck. So Dr. Fate has been many different entities due to the fact that the power of the helmet and the mind of the person. Shut up, Jeffrey. I've been reading his crazy comments all day. But Dr. Fate will win if both sides are equally on the right mind. But if that other side of him views that Green Lantern as a hero, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a 3-part battle. But Dr. Fate will still eventually win because he can't overpower the body that inhabits it.
All righty, going into round 2 now.
I was going to point one more thing out. If Kilowog were to actually go up against the Green Lantern, I would take Kilowog over the Green Lantern. For those of you out there.
All right, so round 2.
Huh?
Which Green Lantern?
Hal Jordan.
You train most of them.
Match. Hal won.
When they were doing the training?
No, Hal is one of the most powerful Green Lanterns ever been.
Oh.
All right, so
The movie wasn't strong.
They need to redo it.
Freaking
so
script.
you get round 2, Captain Marvel versus Spider-Man.
Just want me to shut down all these people's favorite superheroes right off the bat. I'm going to go with Captain Marvel on this one. I mean, one of the strongest entities that's out there. I mean, in that side of the universe. We're going to go that route.
All righty, what you got, John?
Captain Marvel.
All right. Ed?
I'm sorry, but I am going to go with your favorite web slinger. And the reason I go with your favorite web slinger is throughout time and history, Spider-Man has evolved. And Spider-Man eventually ends up becoming a cosmic Spider-Man. That Spider-Man will destroy Captain Marvel.
All right. Rambo? It's 2-1 right now. Captain Marvel.
Why he put that in. Ed, he was Captain Universe. He was the Captain Universe for what, 1 issue?
That's all it needs.
He's going with,
Are we talking into the Spider-Verse though? Or if you have all the Spider-Man going to all come into one universe versus Captain Marvel, then you might actually have a chance. But no, still no.
Yeah, but if you want to go multiverse, we'll go every Captain Marvel. It always ends in a draw. So our tournament is now pointless. Because everyone's been a Horseman of Apocalypse. Everyone's been a zombie. Everyone's been Captain Universe. Everyone's died to Deadpool.
Deadpool kills everybody.
I am not using a 1-issue thing here. I'm sorry, Ed. It's Captain Marvel for the win.
All righty. All right. And John, you get this one. Wonder Woman and Green Arrow.
Ooh.
Gonna start making you think now.
I'm a huge fan of Green Arrow. He has all these different types of arrows that he can use at his dispense. You have Wonder Woman with the gauntlets to the shield, the invisible jet to the lasso. My brain fried on this one. I'm going Wonder Woman.
All righty, Ed.
This is actually easier than the last one. Wonder Woman.
All right, Rambo.
It's Wonder Woman all the way because out of the 3 founding members of Justice League, her, Batman, and Superman, Wonder Woman is the only killer in that group. She's there to do the things the other 2 can't do because Batman can't kill, and the Big Blue Boy Scout, unless he's driven nuts, won't even break somebody's arm.
All righty.
We're going Wonder Woman.
All right.
It's Wonder Woman.
All righty. And Ed, you get Scarlet Witch and the Ghost Rider.
Scarlet Witch.
That was quick. All right. Rambo.
Tougher than I thought it would be.
I'm trying to think about this one because I'm trying to weigh the powers. Because Wanda has done a lot of wrong that she knew she shouldn't have done.
But she can also remind the Ghost Rider of the wrong he's done.
That's where the thing comes in. Ghost Rider is the spirit of vengeance. He is a neutral entity in the cosmos. I will have to go with, yes, Wanda has created her own universe, but that universe only affected mortal entities. It did not affect the greater cosmos of extraplanetary and supernatural entities. Along with the penance stare from Ghost Rider, I'm giving it to Ghost Rider.
Ooh, 1-1. What you got?
I wouldn't have known that her powers were limited to just humans. I thought it was all encompassing. So, I mean, I was just going to straight up say Scarlet Witch because Ghost Rider's got to like look you in the face, whereas Scarlet Witch be anywhere. Just boop, 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 you're done.
Well, John?
Vision's not human.
Jeff has made a comment that actually is making me think a little bit more. Is Wanda truly evil deep down inside, and would that affect, help the Ghost Rider out? I'm gonna go Scarlet Witch. She may not be able to affect him as a character, but she can affect everything around him. So I just think that is going to be the biggest difference overall.
Alrighty. And Rambo, you get this one. Sorry, it keeps just lining up this way. You get the Swamp Thing and Nightwing.
Hold on, who won? That's a tie. Who won it?
No, it wasn't a tie. It was 3-1. Scarlet Witch.
No, I thought there was 2 Ghost Riders and 2 Scarlet Witches.
Will voted for Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch.
Oh, I thought he went Ghost Rider. Sorry.
No, Ghost Rider.
Swamp Thing.
Negative Ghost Rider. Pattern is
Alrighty.
full.
Swamp Thing and Nightwing.
Well, if Swamp Thing beats Superman, it's got to be Swamp Thing again. I mean, Nightwing, yes, he's powerful and stuff like that, but if people gave Swamp Thing over Superman, he's got to win.
All right, John.
He said it. If you're taking Swamp Thing over the one of the most powerful characters in the DC, there is no way that Nightwing could stand up against him. So I'm. It's not like it's because it's gonna be Swamp Thing. I'm not even gonna sit here trying to map that out of my head.
All right, Ed.
Swamp Thing.
Uh,
All I could think was Glub Glub. All righty, so you get this one here. You get all the tough ones this time.
I'm sure I do.
Gambit and Deadpool.
There is a correct answer here, believe it or not.
I'm sure there is, and I would want to go with Deadpool. I mean, I'm sorry. Yes, Gambit might be able to kinetically charge the weapons or whatever, but with Deadpool regenerating, I mean, I've had this conversation with some people and everything like that. Short of pretty much cutting his head off, I mean, he's gonna regenerate.
All right, John.
as much as Gambit is one of my favorite characters, it's gonna be Deadpool. Again, he can cut his lips off and he'll just still talk to you while just as a pile of lips. So
Right, Ed.
See, the thing is, we said we can kinetically charge anything. And that means even your skin, Deadpool. So I will grab you, charge you, and watch you blow yourself to atoms. Remy wins. Fatality.
finish
him.
I will not say it would be a flawless victory, but yes, Remy does have the ability to charge organic matter. If he can charge Deadpool's body enough and break him down at a subatomic level, that is the one way to even kill Wolverine. Remy.
And since it's 2-2, I'm going to have to agree Gambit would take that one because, yeah, if you can get him down to subatomic level, he's not a toe anymore. So the only thing, well, Deadpool has a lot of great powers. He's basically shown as a human who can regenerate that just has gun kata. So once you get past that and he doesn't have his sword, he's
and there is one thing that we haven't touched on here. If Wade and Remy face off, Remy will want Deadpool dead more than Wade will because Wade will start hitting on Rogue.
There you go. All right, John, you get Constantine and Black Lightning.
I'm all right. So I definitely don't know much about both characters enough to sit here and try to speak intelligently about them. I would have to say, based off of what I know,
It's small.
You're going who?
Constantine.
Constantine. All right, Ed.
I'm sorry, Jeffrey just threw my mind.
You can't shrink that small. Wrong character.
As much as I love Black Lightning, the power of, because the power of Christ compels him. Oh, man. John Constantine, being who he is, he is an arrogant, self-righteous, egotistical bastard.
He sounds like a great wrestler.
So he is Tony Wayne. Bruce Starks. I'm going to go with Constantine.
All right, Rambo.
The magical Batman takes this round.
All righty. Big Will?
As much as I didn't think Constantine would make it this far in the contest, yeah, I mean, got all them wards and everything like that. May not be specific. I'm sure he's got some ward against, like, you know,
Lightning
is eligible, trust me.
fire. I mean, I was trying to think of the elements. There we go. An elemental ward. Here we go. So he doesn't catch on fire, earth doesn't hurt him. Yeah.
Funny, I bet John Constantine figured he wouldn't get thus far in life.
All right. So Ed, you get Adam and Dr. Fate. Or excuse me. Back up. Phoenix and Kitty Pryde is who you get.
Here lies Kitty Pryde. She had a young life, but the Phoenix went a little dark and incinerated her from the inside out. So even while she tried to go tangible, there was nothing left for her.
All right. Rambo?
This one hurts.
Go ahead, kill Kitty off.
Yeah, I mean, we needed ground rules. No extra dimensional or eternity shattering beings should have been in this competition.
Which is why Darkseid and Thanos aren't in here.
But you've got Dr. Fate and Phoenix.
He fell into the grouping. I don't know how.
But Thanos can be beat.
I was about to say,
They've all been beaten. I mean,
Is that Phoenix?
Phoenix
Phoenix just gave up.
yeah, she did stop because she whatever. Yeah,
She just bored.
happy. There we go. Because she kind of gave up. That was what it boiled down to between Cyclops and Wolverine. Going after that heart, pulling on that heartstring, and Professor X in her head.
All right. So that's 3 Phoenixes, it sounds like. John, you making it a 4?
Poof.
All right. So Rambo gets Adam and Dr. Fate.
You hold the fate of the atom in your hands.
No contest.
Well, what did you say earlier? You can't fight what you can't see?
Yeah.
Okay. The problem with this is that Dr. Fate can see all. So even though Adam would go down to the subatomic universe, you'd see Fate just basically be like, Palmer. Dr. Fate.
All right. I think you're taking Dr. Fate too.
It's gotta be Dr. Fate. I mean, yeah, it's kind of unfair that he's in here, but it's always having Phoenix in here. But
Yeah.
hey, it is what it is.
Blame the randomizer. John?
Adam's fate has been sealed.
All right.
Can we get another Mortal Kombat pun?
Flawless victory.
Next.
All right.
Wait.
The third round here.
Oh wow, 3.
Captain Marvel and the Scarlet Witch.
Oh my god. I thought there was going to be even harder one than that. I'm waiting for that one, and I'm going to have to decide on this one.
This was hard?
Scarlet Witch. I'm sorry, it's Scarlet Witch. She's going to just be in Captain Marvel's head and make her forget, just like in the movie, and won't even know what she's doing anymore.
All right. John?
I'm starting to see where this final is going to turn into, and it'd be very interesting to see it. I have to go Scarlet Witch.
All right. Ed?
And I loved you, Carol. I really did. I did. But Scarlet Witch is going to win this.
Rambo?
No more Marvel.
Alrighty. So, John, you get Wonder Woman and Swamp Thing.
Again, you had Swamp Thing beat Superman. And honestly, the female version of Superman is Wonder Woman.
Only weaker.
Yeah, just not as strong.
Alrighty.
I just... For some reason, I feel like she could... I think she could take him on a little bit, but I'm just going to go with the fact of we did take Swamp Thing over Superman, and I'm going to go Swamp Thing.
Ed?
See, but this is where your problem comes in. You took Swamp Thing over a Boy Scout. And over that Amazonian pride.
Lasso of Truth.
The daughter of the god of war. Wonder Woman wins.
Okay. Rambo?
Brutality.
This if she had access to Ares' powers, I would say yes, Wonder Woman, because she would have no mercy on Swamp Thing. She ain't the Boy Scout. She's Stone Cold Princess Killer. Are we saying whatever the character is at their full power?
Yes. We presume they are both at their best in a world.
More along the lines of the common character part that people would know and love, not like
Okay.
that one episode of Spiderman where he's cosmic, so he'd win.
Yeah.
Oh, taking a shot, huh? Hey, ain't my fault. I know history.
So yeah, if it's her common abilities, then yeah, it's Swamp Thing.
All right.
When this list got randomized and we looked at it, I didn't think Swamp Thing was going to make it past Superman, let alone, I'm just going to take Wonder Woman just to round it out.
So that's a 2-2 tie,
Just to round it out.
which
We're letting
my statement is going to be a little more hopeful. I'm going to take Wonder Woman because the lasso, if the lasso gets around Swamp Thing, he can't just become a Super Bowl anymore. He is stuck in whatever is in the lasso of truth. And then Wonder Woman, who said you couldn't do this?
He did knock his hat off. You know he did not.
I'm taking Wonder Woman.
Well, I mentioned the lasso of truth earlier.
Man, you ain't got to run.
No, she's fine. She's doing good.
Oh, her flower.
Yeah, she got hurt a little bit. She's doing fine though. All right, so this one will be kind of interesting here. Ed, Gambit and Phoenix.
Once again, here lies Remy LeBeau. because he's so in love with Rogue. She would make she can make Rogue absorb him, and they both die. Phoenix will still win.
All right, Rambo.
Remy, even though he'd know he's about to die, he's gonna go out and be like, light up the cigarette, pop the cold one, and go, bonsoir. Phoenix.
Phoenix is gonna take it.
John?
Phoenix.
All right. So Ed, Rambo, Constantine, and Dr. Fate.
Dun dun dun.
I liked John in this tournament up until 5 seconds ago. The biggest irony here is that Constantine is a candidate to be Dr. Fate. That's the biggest irony here. Oh, Lord. Oh. So we're going Magical Batman versus Order Batman. Dr. Fate.
Okay.
I'm not going to argue the point. I'm going to say it's going to be Constantine. I don't know, because just he's trying to get to that level, whereas Dr. Fate's been there. I can't say him so much trying to get to that level. At that level, trying to become that. There we go.
You got something more to shoot for? Is that what you're saying?
He's got something to shoot for.
All right. John?
Fate.
Okay. Ed?
Once possessing Zartan, Dr. Fate, having himself to be the Order and Magical Batman, would beat Constantine.
All righty. And let's see here. You get, so we've got, going into the finals here, you get the Scarlet Witch and Phoenix.
Mm-hmm. This is the battle I've been dreading. I figured it was going to come to this one. Oh. The two strongest entities pretty much in the universe competing against each other. Oh, God. Because both of them can get in each other's minds. They're just both going to... I don't have an answer for this one. I mean, it's basically the same person, just in different universes. Avengers and X-Men is kind of what it boils down to. I don't have an answer for that one. We'll see if we need to actually do a coin flip.
I call it draw. I'm going to have to agree. It's that they're almost the same identical character in different universes. If I'm forced to give an answer, poof, we're going Phoenix.
Ed?
Scarlet Phoenix wins.
Twintality.
Double KO.
All right. Rambo, we're going to need the comic expert on this one.
This fight actually did happen.
Did it?
It did. Wanda won.
Okay.
Because her abilities had been brought up to a point where she actually hexed the Phoenix out of reality. And the Phoenix was gone for... Actually, I don't even think the Phoenix is back. Wanda did win. No more Phoenix. Scarlet Witch.
All right.
That sounds like it's a tie. That sounds like it's a tie.
1-1 with 2 abdicates.
Heads.
That would be Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch wins.
And on the other side, John, you got Wonder Woman and Dr. Fate.
Almighty comic collector. I'll let you say it.
Her fate is sealed. Dr. Fate wins.
All right. John? Or, Ed?
Oh no, that was my answer.
Okay. Ed?
It's a wonder why the doctor hasn't been called sooner. Dr. Fate wins.
All right.
Sounds like someone made it on our list that probably shouldn't have been there. There's got to be Dr. Fate.
All right. So then Dr. Fate faces off with the Scarlet Witch for who wins round 2. Ed.
It's not fair. Jesus.
The question or the fight?
Either way. But to maintain order in the universe, the doctor needs to win. Dr. Fate.
All right, Rambo.
Fate orders part of the cosmos. His upper power limit even makes Wanda irrelevant. Dr. Fate.
All right.
I don't care. I like Scarlet Witch more than I like Dr. Fate. I just want her to win.
I sense some personal bias from Big Witch.
All righty. John?
You want personal bias. I like darker side of things. I'm going to have to go with Scarlet Witch on this one. As much as I do totally agree with what Ed and Rambo were saying, I have to go with Scarlet Witch.
A little chaos every now and then.
Heck yeah.
Well, and then after
The reason why, and the biggest reason why I would go with her is she would have no, she would go till pretty much she dies to win. I think he would
die.
He would stop at a certain point. So
She would die. Dr. Fate does not care.
and I'm going with Dr. Fate since I got to split this vote here because you need sometimes order needs a little chaos, but only just a little, and then after that the chaos is over and you have order again. So I'm going to say Dr. Fate, which means Dr. Fate takes on Raven for the ultimate winner. Okay, and what's that, Rambo? Either way, DC won this battle.
Yes, DC won out.
The worst part is I can't even defend Raven on this one because we killed off Wanda too.
There you go.
So Dr. Fate is the most powerful character in the multiverse.
No, he was just the most powerful character in these tournaments.
Yes. All righty. So, what do you guys think of that? Was that at least a semi-fair way to kind of solve this? Because if we go into money and stuff like that, we'll never hear the end of it. Trying to figure out who's better, DC or Marvel.
It was until you put Dr. Fate in there.
yeah,
As I mentioned, you can't even get the Zenthos out.
All righty. So,
Could have been worse. We could have had Calendar Man.
There
Or Polka Dot Man.
all sorts of people
Not
in
Polka
there.
Dot Man.
Or Condom.
Stretch Armstrong, Captain
we could
Planet.
have brought in Peacemaker.
There's all sorts of people that could have been in here.
yeah, with 2,500 characters, we had to limit this down to less than a week.
Diablo.
I don't know how Dr. Fate really slipped in there on that one. It really wouldn't have been fair with Scarlet Witch and Phoenix, except for when they got into fighting against Raven. So, it was just all over the place. The randomizer ended up getting it where we had 2 DC characters in the final battle. short of being short on Darkseid, Thanos, and there are several other characters out there. I had such a great time going through all these battles until my character died, and that was first round pick.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you to you guys. They made this very interesting.
Yes, it was a great time.
All right. So what's the next plan we're going to be talking about?
Oh, next plan, we're going to get away from doing the whole debate thing for just a minute at least until we can come up with something else to debate about. We might come back to DC versus Marvel since we had such a great time with everything.
Yeah.
We're going to actually go back to covering a movie or two at least, and we're going to start off with a series and do Indiana Jones. Best, worst,
Most memorable scenes, least memorable scenes, all
that kind of stuff.
All righty.
We're going to cover that. And hey, thank you to the
Big
guests.
Bang Theory.
I'm sorry?
Oh, you talked about Indiana Jones, and it reminded me of the episode of Big Bang Theory, where they just like threw out the whole purpose of the whole movie.
Oh.
All righty. So other than that, thank you very much,
Thank
gentlemen.
you guys. We'll see you next time. Thank you.